Hi everybody, welcome back to Kirsty Runs Wild. I am coming at you from my OB parking lot in Marlboro. Just had my 38-week appointment. It's Friday, November 14th, 2025. And I have been really working my way through this last month of pregnancy. I just had my appointment, my weekly appointment, and I went in kind of like with not that many questions this time. I did do my birth preferences this past weekend. I typed them out, and so I did give them a copy of that so they could upload it. And the OB that I really like, I had today, and she said that nothing on there was really like out of the ordinary or out of standard of care except the vaginal seeding or vaginal swabbing, which she said I could still do, but it's just good to know in advance because they'd have to do that prior to like the prep for a C-section. So yeah, and that's just like the vaginal swabbing is basically if you do end up having a C-section, they basically like swab the vagina, your vagina. So like because there's like colonized bacteria there that's kind of like studied to be that possibly has benefits for the baby that they don't get if they come out not through the vagina. So they basically swab your vagina and insert the swab like onto the baby's like lips, so they kind of get some of that natural bacteria that they would have gotten if they were born vaginally. So that was just like on my birth preferences sheet. That was the only thing she said was kind of like not really standard of care, so but it was still fine. So I gave that to her, and so she's gonna upload that for the hospital to have on my file. And everything looked good today. My blood pressure was good, and so the medical assistant asked me if the baby was moving, and I kind of was like, yeah, I mean, he's just slowed down so much. And she asked me if I wanted to do like a non-stress test, which is like a 20-minute test where they hook me up to like a monitor. It's like this band they wrapped around my belly, and basically just like track, I think, like the baby's heart rate, and like I had a button to press every time he moved. And so I mean, they came in like halfway through, and my OB was like, oh my God, he's passing with flying colors. Like, it's not even a question. And then he also got like a round of hiccups, she said, during it. So I felt him like move a little bit, like the rhythmic small movements of hiccups. That was good to know, because sometimes I'll feel something like that and I don't know if it's hiccups. So she confirmed that, which was cute. She said he's doing really, really well. So that was really good to know, because there's just been so many, for a few weeks now, it's been much more quiet because he has like much less space to move. He's not flipping anymore. So I think the movements that he does do, sometimes I don't feel, or I've just gotten really used to them, and he just has less space overall, so they move less. So it's kind of weird. I can't always tell if it's like normal or not. So it was good to have this non-stress test. I also got my Group B strep results back, and I do not have that, so that's fine. I mean, they said 1 in 4 people have it, and it's not like a STD or anything. It's just like you just have it, and they would have just had to like put me on, I think, like penicillin or something when I gave birth or something, so it wouldn't pass to the baby, because it can be damaging to the baby, but it's not damaging to us. So yeah, but I don't have it, so I don't need to do anything about that. Another update for this week was that like I had my first drops of like colostrum come out onto my bra. Like I didn't like see it, but like I took my bra off, and like where my nipples go on my bra, like there were 2 kind of like crusty dot stains. Like, so that was like really kind of cool. I was like, oh my God, like that's wild that started. And then a couple days later, I did see it come out a little bit of one of my nipples, and showed Zach. I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. It's like so weird. Nothing's ever come out of there before. So but it's cool, because that really tells me like my body is knowing what to do. We're getting closer. Yeah. So this week I had my last day of work yesterday, which was really cool. I just finished up so nicely. I had my last clients. My boss took me out to lunch. I finished all my long paperwork a couple weeks ago, so I didn't have to do all that stuff. And I just had like a really graceful, nice exit. I did so much work to have this last week be very minimal. And I got like a bunch of good reviews from my last clients. And yeah, just like a very nice tying up of work. Interesting because I definitely could have ended work last week, no problem with my body, but I signed up to go through this week. So it was just like really hard this week getting dressed because Zach pretty much helps me with my socks and my pants now, because bending over and lifting up my leg at the same time is causing a lot of like back and nerve pain, kind of like on my hip and my back. So I like either can't do it sometimes because of the position I'm in, because I'm in my own way, or it's like really too painful. So he's been helping me take on and off like my shoes, socks, and pants. So the mornings that he went to work at 6 a.m. and then I had to get up at like 8:30 or 8 without him was pretty hard to get my clothes on. So but it's okay. And I just have to like walk really slow. I'm getting much more tired again. And this, like, you know, this past week, I've just, like, wanted to really slow down and just, I do not have a nesting urge right now. I haven't for a couple weeks. I'm just, like, it's weird because I'm coming off of, like, months where I was, like, so nesty and high-strung to, like, get all this stuff done. And, like, I've gotten pretty much everything done, but the to-do list kind of just, like, keeps growing. Like, it's weird. Like, now we want to get a new couch. And, like, I'm like, oh, my God, I have to, like, walk around a furniture store now and try couches, hopefully before this baby comes. That would be nice, though, because our couch is really sinky. And I guess I wasn't thinking I would breastfeed on it, so it wasn't a big deal. But now we've kind of decided that that's probably going to be one of the main spots I breastfeed on and live on. So it would be like really nice to have a couch that is actually comfortable and easy to get on and off of. Like this one, it's very sinky and like the cushions move around a lot, and like it's just like 25 years old and it's stained everywhere. So, you know, it's not like a must before the baby comes, but we kind of just added that on the list. So we plan to go to try some couches this weekend at some furniture stores and see if we find anything that we like. So there's that. And then there's just like other very little things that could be cleaned up a little bit more and done, and like hanging up some floating shelves we've had, and just kind of like just doing some last minute little organization and decluttering in my old bedroom where now we're storing a lot of the baby stuff. Be nice to like get some kind of just going through and purging like some of my old clothes and everything. But like I said, without the nesting urge, it's nice because I'm not like anxious like I was with the nesting urge, but I'm definitely not like motivated to do these other projects that I was like crushing before. So yeah, we just have like a couple of little things to clean up around the house and on the to-do list still, but again, like nothing that's gonna make or break like being ready to have this baby. Yeah, so there's still no kind of like indications that I'm gonna go early. We have 12 days until my due date, which is the day before Thanksgiving, November 26th. So I'm thinking that he will probably come maybe after that, which I'm fine with, even though I know it's like getting more uncomfortable, but I'd rather just have this time to be pregnant and just like focus on it and soak it up and be really mindful, as opposed to having to like go to work and run around. So just gonna enjoy that. And another huge piece of news is that Zach proposed to me on Saturday. So I am now engaged. I don't have my ring on, but I am now engaged, and we are so happy. I'm so excited. So we're telling our family this week. We've told our moms and his dad and his dad's wife, and now we'll tell like the rest of the family. So that's another very exciting piece of news. And yeah, that was just like super exciting for me because I wanted to be engaged before I had a baby. So, if not married. So, like, he knew that, and marriage has always been a little bit of a sticking point for him because he's never really seen great examples of it working in his family. So, but he came to his own kind of belief about it over the past like 5 years that we've been dating. He's thought about it in different ways. So it's it feels just really exciting for us as a couple. I have just loved him more and more throughout this pregnancy. As this baby has grown and developed, we've gotten closer and bonded more, and you just never know if that's gonna happen with the guy. Like, it's like sometimes they're just the same or neutral, or they get more distant, or things get weirder. Like, but for us, it's just brought us together so much closer. And even before that was, you know, perfectly fine, and I would have said yes, and I would have married him. But it's just been such a cool experience to see us get even closer through this process, and him to really be such a huge support to me and so patient through all my hormonal spikes and my insanity. Like, he's just been such a rock for me, and I just can't say enough about him. So just feeling really blessed and excited as I go into this one of these last weeks of pregnancy, you know. Yeah, at my appointment, there's again still no talk of induction or anything. Like I said last week, they don't even schedule inductions until I reach 40 weeks and 5 days. And so, you know, I wouldn't even call to get an induction scheduled unless it's medically necessary until December 1st. So I could still have definitely a few more good weeks with this baby. We also decided that we're going to host Christmas this year, as long as Zach's brother's family says yes to that. So, because we'll be having the new little baby. So it will be nice to have people come to us instead of having to just, you know, go somewhere else and maybe not even be able to be there for a long time. We have about 10 people. It's not that much. So it'll be nice to have them come to us. They're going to help us out and bring, you know, dishes and everything, so we're not doing all of the cooking. And, you know, my mom and Zach are there, and they would be really doing the majority of the work anyway. So it's not like I'm really having to do much as the host. So we're excited about that too. So we're going to get our Halloween decorations down. I want to put up the Thanksgiving and Christmas decorations before this baby comes. It's another little thing on the to-do list that doesn't really matter, but, you know, it's there. And yeah, just kind of like do some relaxed nesting if it's possible. So yeah, I think that's all I have for you guys this week, and I will see you maybe next week. Bye.